now to see if we are.
Let's see who the first people in will be today.
All right.
Annie, who's first?
Yep, we're in.
It's
We
going,
are
right?
live.
Well, at least it works when you want it to work.
Yeah, right.
I hope the good people can hear us. Who's the
Yeah,
first
hopefully.
bodies? Let's see.
Who's coming in?
Who's going to be first today? We should have a little contest or something.
Right?
For I'll send them a T-shirt maybe.
Yeah.
Let's
After
see.
we see after a
Instagram's
month.
got some. Instagram's got a couple.
Oh, what up? What up?
Cheryl Trashia Sullivan, first one
And
in. Hopefully she stays and didn't just like, what the fuck is this, and then pass through it.
yeah, right. She's like,
Yeah.
who are these guys?
Who are these
This
dicks?
is creepy.
They're not. They're like they look old. What are they talking about? Old people stuff like
Yeah, we're talking
Medicare
about
and
old people stuff. We're talking about
you know denture
how,
creams and
how to properly use a Q-tip.
yeah, right. It's like talk about the
Yeah.
phone book, the days of the phone book.
Oh, dude, that was so
I
funny.
know that was funny.
That was funny. I was like, phone book. Oh, I forgot those existed.
Would you even find one to
I
use?
tell you what, it would be wild to find a haunted phone book. Imagine a haunted phone book, right? And when you randomly open it up and you point to a number, you call that number, and that person is dead.
Time. Oh Jesus. Timekeeper. First one to show up on the tube. Hello.
Well, I
Welcome.
was like, that was a double pun joke
Oh,
there
Robin,
because
you're late.
it's a phone book. You get it? It's a phone
I get
book,
it.
and
I get it. I get it.
everyone's probably dead in it. Not everybody, but
They're coming in slow. They're coming in. Robin was slow
the
today. She's
people.
usually Robin's usually first. Our friend
Oh
Robin
yeah,
Brewer, but not today. She didn't. She's
not
a little
today.
slow. But it's all right. We won't hold it against her.
Nope.
All right, everybody. We don't have a guest today, but what we do have is a lot of we got a lot of news to get through. We got a lot of news.
You call your ex. There you go. Oh yeah, look, we got Timekeeper. We got HD. Mystical Meow. Oh, I
You
like that.
you know all these names? Do they recognize all of
Yeah,
them? Look at you, the
yeah. So
regulars.
far,
The
so
regulars.
far. Yep, the regulars.
The regulars.
Tammy. Yeah, we don't have a guest. So how about the people be the guests? We'll talk to everybody.
We'll talk to them, but we got news. We got to get the news out.
Oh, we got some news.
We got some paranormal news. Big news. Big news. This. Everything's breaking.
Big news.
Lots of news.
Big
Lots
news
of
in the
paranormal
paranormal.
news coming in. Everybody, check your stations. You got to
Get it
get
while
ready
it's
for
hot.
it. Get it while it's hot. Paranormal news. But first up, let me tell you who, if you're just tuning in, welcome to Splintered Spirits. I'm your host, Gary. This is John Santa from Santa Paranormal. We try to answer the
What
question,
up, yo?
what are spirits? And we've had a lot of action about that this week. Speaking of
We've
news,
had.
first we'll talk about the past, and then we'll talk about the present and the future, as we do.
Let's do
Paranormal
it.
news. We dropped a big new episode this week with Aubrey Black.
Yes.
I realized talking. I was thinking about like, okay, how are we going to talk about this episode? Because what's odd is, probably both of our mothers are watching right now, and it's even
Yes.
weirder for you because it's your mother and your grandmother. How do we
Yes.
talk about Aubrey Black?
I think we should just be straightforward with them. I think we should just be straightforward. Grandma, mom, we interviewed a porn star,
An adult film star.
an adult film star.
Don't knock it. It's
I'm not knocking it. That's what it is, isn't it?
I'm just saying in general.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, the word
Oh,
porn
excuse
star
me, a
feels
high end
well. Just saying porn. I
adult
feel
film
like porn
star.
star feels like derogatory. Like
Does it?
adult.
No,
I
that's
don't know.
just like
I feel like adult film star sounds more like appropriate. Does that make sense?
I
Just
guess.
feels like it's more adult, more classy.
I'd hope it would
Anyway,
be
she was
more
dope,
adult.
and she's like either way,
Oh, she was awesome.
she was so great and
Oh, she was
open.
great. She was such a great guest to have on an interview and everything we talked about. Oh, it was great.
And it fits into the plan. I mean, look, it wasn't just out of left field, and yes, it was a really fun get and a fun conversation, but it is a topic that happens and we cover this idea of sexual energy.
Mhm.
Um, If,
Yes.
if energy is the basis of everything, that certainly heightens everybody up
Yeah.
to change the atmosphere of the room, to maybe project or to receive information from the other side, if such a thing
Yeah.
exists, and she experiences it, which is incredible. It's a great
Yeah.
episode, guys. I hope you check it out. John, what have you walked away from all the guests and people we've interviewed? Have you added or changed any perspective of a certain thing, or added to a perspective of a thing from any of our guests thus
So,
far?
there's two things with all the guests and, everything that they've experienced, their wisdom and knowledge that they bring to the table, whether it be, it doesn't matter, what background they come from or what they believe in at the end of the day. One is the human experience of it, which I do find interesting. And two, I love to compare data, right? Like, I love to compare data. When someone says, let's say, they say something, and then I look and I go, okay, I've come across this. I know what they're talking about. They're saying it's one thing, do their belief structure, their background, and whatnot. Scientifically and logically, it's this, and it's the same result.
Give me an
So,
can you point to an example?
uh, unfortunately, I can't point to an example because it's like recent and the episode hasn't dropped yet, but the one that's fresh in my head. And it might take me a minute to think of something else.
Well, we could tease it. I mean, we
Okay. We had a guest.
Sean
Yep.
Austin's.
Yeah. Sean Austin. So we had Sean Austin on, and he was
Now,
speaking.
and really quick, if you don't know who Sean Austin is, he is he's been on television shows. He was a demonologist trained under Ralph Sarchi, the New York, the NYPD detective who did a lot of exorcisms and things like that. He's got that app, the SPI app that's out. He's an investigator, a demonologist, and he has a Catholic background. Take it away, John.
So if I remember correctly, he was speaking about heaven and hell, and we were getting into the discussion about spirits almost creating their own heaven and hells, if you will, based on their actions when they were on this planet, and what they did. And it's funny, he has he's religious, he comes from that background, and the data was the same. He might interpret it differently, but the end result was still, hey, the spirit was speaking about, their heaven and their hell. And it's funny because, I've come across the same thing many, many times. So there's a prime example. There's a perfect example. And we get more in that discussion when the episode drops, which isn't going to be for a while. But when it comes out, it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be later. Yeah. It's gonna be, we are months ahead. We got a lot.
Yeah, we're months ahead. So, but that's a prime example.
Sure. Do you think you ask different questions out there, spirits, based on this show? Dig in a little deeper or change your...
No, because I still have my same regiment. That'll never change. When I speak to a spirit, I need to confirm that I have a clear line of communication with said spirit. So most of the time, spirits don't even get past the first basic questions without either fading away, losing the connection, losing the frequency, whatever you want to call it. Once I do get one that's coming through quite strong, that's when I'll start asking questions that I normally don't ask. So it's more along the lines of I haven't even gotten to that point yet, if that makes any sense.
What's the most recent spirit you've had a long-term Q&A with, and recently? I mean, I know the old school ones, like those classics.
Yeah.
Things like that. Any new ones? Any new recent ones? Especially now that we go into the Shanley and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to definitely. Oh, you know what? I'll speaking of the Shanley, Mort. Mort has just been a hindrance, if you will.
The
Edward?
way. Is he the new Edward?
I mean, listen, when I go to the Shanley, he might as well be. Definitely Mort. Pain in the ass spirit there,
So, speaking of the Shanley, we are dropping. We did a little. We had a little fun at the Shanley. So we did 2 big episodes. We did one, a deep dive with the owner, that's going to drop, but we also brought back a classic piece of ITC communication with Ghostfire.
Ghostfire.
So
Ghostfire.
So we brought that back, and we did it at the Shanley with me, you, Netzel, and
Brian Lamont.
Lamont, and we sit around, and we was the craziest thing we heard, and I'm going to drop that clip, and we talk about this, was a disembodied sound or voice.
Yes,
Not
is that
true.
the one where we heard to the left, you guys heard to the right?
Yeah, and I thought it was a cat, and you guys thought it was a child.
Yes, and I thought it was a little girl. Yep.
And that was weird. Really
Yeah,
weird.
that was cool.
And there's a bunch of other little things.
The experience that we all heard something, I think, was the most wild part about it. We couldn't agree on what we heard and what direction it came from, which is also wild, which also, I think, brings in the whole discussion of the person, right? Whatever was happening, whatever anomaly was happening there, we all registered it differently.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely hear the pareidolia in a lot of it, right? Like, it's fun to play it back and hear it. I mean, you know, you and Brian hear John the most. Like, your instinct goes to, like, and sometimes it's very clearly John. You know, like, there's one or two moments, but a lot of times Brian definitely hears John a lot. It's always John. And we love you, Brian, but it's always John. It's like he's always hearing John come through. And it makes sense, right? That's what's on his mind. You know, he's hanging out with you all the time, and it comes through. It's but it was fun. It was really interesting to do it. All the country music came.
See, I didn't hear the country music.
See the twangs and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't hear the twangs. I didn't hear any of that. When you were saying it, I was like, all right. I thought you were just busting Netzel's balls, you know?
No.
Like I didn't hear any of the twangs, any of the country music, nothing.
Yeah, like we have Chris Netzel from Texas, and we're hearing country twangs. So that was interesting. You know what I mean? But anyway, that drops Tuesday in another big piece of paranormal news from Splintered Spirits.
So that's the future.
That's the future.
A little bit of the past and the future in there.
That's right.
But what about the present?
Well, we just talked about that. We talked about what we just did, really.
So a little bit of the past, present, and future.
And we're gonna talk deeper into the future, because following that week, going along the lines, because Ghostfire's biggest thing. Ghostfire's biggest thing is a SB7. That is the heart of it. And in 2 weeks, we have an interview with the man who created that, Gary Galko.
Yes.
So that's in 2 weeks. But even before that, we've got another bit of information. John, you did a podcast that's going to drop on 4/20. I wonder if that's coincidental or not. Your one with Ghost Gossip, with Ashley from Ghost Gossip.
Oh, that's right. That drops. Yeah, that was fun. That was it. We get into a little bit of this.
What's today?
A little bit of that.
The 16th. So that drops Monday, guys.
Monday. Yeah.
So if you don't know Ashley, there's a little clip, right? And you can follow. You should follow Ghost Gossip 247. We had her on our podcast, and then John went and did an episode. It was a really fun collab. So there she is, right there. And how was tell us about this interview? What can you give me?
It was fun. It was fun. It was just, listen, we talk about a little bit of everything, you know, and when she said to us, when we had her on, and she said to us the way she runs her, her podcast is very casual.
Yes.
You know, she is 100% correct. It was good. It was really good. It was really good. I enjoyed being on the podcast.
I mean, first of all, I was telling her this too. One, that picture of her is amazing. Whoever took that picture is dope. Like, it's a great shot of her. She has
the whole shot. Her, the background,
her studio's great. She's got a look. Yeah. She's got a vibe, right? The purple, the color scheme, the brand. She's got this whole casual thing going on. She's a joy to talk to. She's really good casual. Like you said, it feels like she's like she's hanging out with you, right? That's why I guess that's why she called it Ghost Gossip, because it feels like she's sitting there just talking about the tea. You know what I mean?
Hey, Jackie, thank you very much for those super chat.
Yeah, and
Just saw a super chat fly up. Thank you, Jackie.
perfect. And not to mention, I got to imagine that there's some Italian Renaissance sculptor flipping in his grave, wishing they could like carve those cheekbones of hers into granite. Because I mean, it's like there's something.
Yeah, right.
I mean, check her out, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like you could like her face looks sculpted. Can you see the picture I have up or no?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, it's crazy. It's a great picture. Anyway, she's really
Yeah.
fun. That drops Monday, 420. John Santa on Ghost Gossip 247. We're a fan of her. She's a fan of the show. Everybody should check that out. It'll be
It
great.
was a lot of fun to do, and I think you guys will really enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
That happens. I don't know how to get off of the screen. No,
Mm.
of course. There we go. Right. Then the next, it's so much. It's like, what order do I tell it in? Then we have Gary Galka, right?
Yeah.
And then, wait, do we even have a live next week? John? We
A
do.
live guest.
Let me see. Do we have a guest in the live?
I think.
Hold on. I'll tell you if we do.
I think it was just this week we didn't have a guest.
This week we don't, but I'm going to tell you.
I think.
Guys.
I don't know.
Guests.
I can barely remember my. I can remember what I'm doing here.
No guests. We got no guests on the next two lives.
No guest.
But then we've got. Oh my God! I forgot about all these. We've got News 12 coming back. Christy Reeder talking about Haunted Tri-State and all those places. One of those places being the Shanley Hotel, which is now your new haunt. Then we've got Holly Weird Paranormal, another Tammy from Holly Weird out here. She's coming on. I want to get somebody in LA. I want to get more LA people since I'm out here. Then, dude, you know what we've got? We've got Tessa and Nick Groff coming on.
Yeah.
These are big names, and it's like in this paranormal world, if you don't know who Tessa
big names and beautiful
is,
people. They're just both of them were just such good, beautiful people. We had such a great interview with the both of them.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was done separately, so it's going to be two different episodes.
2 episodes. So we got over 2 hours with those guys, and they're really fun. Really, just Jesus Christ, Nick is one of the for most of the young people out there who's into the paranormal, it's because of Nick. You should send him a thank you.
Yeah.
Right now.
And
thank you.
Towards the end of May, I will be going up to Nick's premiere.
That's right. He's got a big movie.
He's got a big movie coming out. And I believe it's the Demon Mark is the name. And it's his the Devil's Mark. And we'll
talk about that more closer to the day for sure, guys.
Yeah. But I will be up there and checking out some places up there as well. Nick's pointing me in a lot of directions to when I get up there, where to go and what to do.
We've got that episode. Remember Kelly Curtis, the future Dr. Death, the big study she did with with people, with death workers and their experience with the paranormal, which was fascinating. And speaking of science, we did another interview, and that's going to air later in July with Professor Brian Laith.
Oh, I can't wait for that one.
And when you guys say that, and here's the thing, man, John and I are going to be scientists now. We're going to be fellows. We are going with Professor Laith. We are going to.
We're going to be an assistant role with that.
Yes, research.
Research assistants.
We're going to be consultant research fellows. Yeah. We're going to be on these. These are going to be These are going to be legitimate, peer-reviewed studies. We are. He and his colleagues with us are going to be putting together a survey. We'll talk more about haunted people syndrome. Everything else about
which is not a disease.
It's not a disease. It is these are legitimate parapsychologists, and we are going to help. And we want, when this gets loaded, you'll be at splinterspirits.com. You'll be able to fill out a survey. You'll be able to get your own score. We are going to be gathering information. This would be a paper writing up, a real study brought up to.
Hell, it looks so dark. My bad. I didn't have the lights on. Tells you what kind of day it's been.
No, I bet it's fine. We see it all right. But anyway, it's legit. We're scientists now. We're parapsychologists, legit parapsychologists now. We're going to be part of this study. We are going to be published in peer-reviewed journals. And
which is cool.
Which is fucking cool. And it's like, if you don't like it, dude, fuck it. I'm gonna add parapsychologist to my as if it were Doctor or Esquire. I don't think it counts. I don't think I can call myself a doctor. Like if someone was choking on a plane, but if they were being possessed on a plane, maybe.
Maybe there's just something you could do. So yeah, I'll tell you exactly what Gary would do. Gary would go to
throw
the
him off the
cockpit.
plane?
Go to the cockpit, whisper to the pilot, and go, "Take us down." You know, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, we have a possession on the plane. I see.
Yeah.
No,
Take
thank
us
you.
down.
But anyway, look, this is going to happen, guys. So we hope we'll keep you posted. We're months away. We're building this now. We're building a legit survey. I know we're making jokes about it, but it's going to be a real.
It's gonna be real. It's not.
A real test review.
We're joking, but it's
making
real.
light of it. Yeah,
Yeah, we're making light of it, but it's unfair. We don't take ourselves seriously. Everybody should know that by now. But this is real. This is going to be, peer-to-peer reviewed. This is going to be read by scientists, people that believe in the paranormal, people that don't believe in the paranormal.
Yeah. We'll be published, dude. We'll be published.
Yeah, this will be a publication. So
it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
We've got
back to the not seriousness.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be dope. But anyway, that's another thing. We've got Angel Morgan, a pet psychic. She gets a reading she reads my dogs. That's coming up.
That's in June, correct?
That's gonna be in June. Yeah,
we'll drop that in
June. Haley Michelle, the Paranormal Princess, which was so fun and light.
Yeah,
she's a sweetheart. One. She's such a sweetheart.
Yeah,
that's
she is.
July, and then that's when we'll get into Professor. So we are locked and loaded, dude, till like almost the end of July with stuff. It's crazy what's going on. And you want to also talk about why are we getting such amazing guests? People of Earth, you're talking to guys who are ranked. Now we're getting charted.
Oh yeah, give them the numbers. This is insane.
John, you think they can handle these numbers?
I think they can. Guys, listen to this. This is actually really cool. This is when Gary told me this today. I was already in a shit mood, and it made my mood just a little better, right? And I was like, "Oh wow, that's an accomplishment." And it's only up from here. There's no other direction.
Let me pull up these numbers.
I mean, there are other directions. We're just not heading there. We're going up.
We're going up, but let me show you. Let me see if I can share. Let me see if I can share my screen with this and show you guys these numbers here. Can you guys see that? This is Apple Podcasts, and we are on the spirituality charts. We are ranked 30. United States, we're ranked 40. Canada, 95. New Zealand, we are killing it in Middle Earth, people. Killing it. Number 2. France, 35. Colombia dropped. I was trying to think of why Colombia would drop, and I have to imagine it's because of Jesus. The Latinos and Jesus probably do not like what we talk about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's safe.
Yeah.
I think that's safe to say. They're very
that's just very wild, right? Those numbers are wild.
Dude, these are great. We're getting ranked, and let me tell you what.
What is there? Over 2.5 million podcasts?
Let me explain to you what's going on, guys. So you put these numbers in perspective, all right? On Apple, there are currently around 2.6 million podcasts on Apple. Let me say that again. There are, at least on Apple, 2.6 million podcasts. There's also about 20 categories, right, that they're split into. So do the math. Top 100, 20 categories. Out of 2.6 million, there's maybe 2,000 ranked podcasts in the top 100 of their given category, right? Look at these numbers now under that light and see where we're at. Out of all of those podcasts, and we just started about a little over a year ago. When it comes to this category, spirituality, which I think is the best home for us. I don't think I think, a lot of people that do these podcasts, they put themselves in true crime because it's very similar audiences demographically. Mm-hmm. But I think we might get nicked. I think if a true crime person came into our podcast, they go, "There's no fucking crime here," and they would probably give us bad reviews. So I don't
exactly.
We don't tell those stories here. Maybe we will one day when it's relevant. And when we had Realm of Darkness on, we talked about true crime because it was very paranormal related with them. But that's not really our bag, So that's not where we go.
Not at all.
In this category, just to give you some perspective, right? There's usually there's about 1,000 podcasts in any given nation at any given time. So that's where we're ranked compared to about 1,000 other people in each one of these countries, right? So in some places more, right? Canada's got about in spirituality almost 1,400 podcasts in it. So not too bad. We did. This just started for us. We just started to hit the charts, by the way, guys. And it fluctuates daily as new episodes come out, and then weeks where we don't have a new episode, it doesn't really. But we gotta thank you guys for this. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? That's I couldn't
It's
believe it.
amazing.
I couldn't believe we hit the charts.
It's amazing. We hit the charts.
So thank you for all the people that
Yeah.
are listening. It's I really
You
appreciate it.
guys rock.
Thank you, Rhinestone Zone. Um, yeah, it's pretty cool, man. You know, it's working now. I hope it keeps working.
Yeah.
But I think with some of these guests we got coming, and the more guests we got coming on, and there's like 3 other people I reached out to today, and I know you reached out to somebody. We can't talk about them yet because they're not signed yet. But it's like these are all. It's getting a little bit. What's nice is it's getting a little easier to book.
Mm-hmm.
At first it was like people are guarded and all these things, and then it's becoming like, oh, okay, I've heard of you.
Well, I think more and more people are seeing the podcast.
Yeah.
They're seeing the guests, and they're seeing the way we speak to the guests. We don't put anybody on trial. we don't
We don't dunk on
uh,
anybody.
we don't dunk on anybody. We have very very strict rules about how we operate ethically. On this podcast, and the questions are different. The questions are different. Gary puts a lot of work into the questions. He comes up with these guests, and I assess that situation, and I ask the appropriate questions to follow. And I think that regiment and the way that works, people are seeing and going, "Wow, this is great."
These other podcasts don't make it easy to me to find original questions. Let me tell you, I'm sitting out there listening to these great interviews and these other people who have done it before, and I'm like, damn it, that was a good question. How am I gonna?
Mhm.
I can't ask the same damn question. They don't
No.
make it easy for me. So kudos to all the other groups and the people we've met with and that have crossed over with these guests before me. Uh, they've done great jobs and have helped us, but it's not easy, but it's fun. It's been working. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, and then dude, I went to the Omen House. That's another
Oh yeah,
episode.
yeah, yeah.
So guys, does everybody know what the Omen House is? Oman, Oman. Anyone? It'll probably take a second. We got a little lag here for the chat, but the Omen House is on Cielo Drive here. It's a couple houses down from where the Manson murders happened in the late 60s. And let me tell you, man, it was so this place has been on a bunch of paranormal shows. A lot of people go there. A lot of investigators like to check it out. It's like riddled. It's apparently riddled with paranormal activity. He believes he's on. It's on Native American land, old Hollywood, and the Manson thing happened right down the street. The owner is David Oman, very welcoming to us and to me, and give me the full. It was very much like I did like a Haunted Cribs episode, dude. It was like he gave me the tour, walked me through the house, and how he was feeling the spirits and where things happened and what he did with it. And apparently, because of the way that the architecture is, it's almost like a reverse Faraday cage. It's. I think Egon Spengler would have called it like an antenna for the supernatural because the way
Not
the
sure.
cement and the steel girders are deep into the Native American land and crossed. You know what I mean? It's like this energy EMF thing. And a famous parapsychologist, Barry Taff, who I know very well, wrote numerous papers, studied that place like 20 times, and its natural EMF readings are off the charts. So the house has this high energy to the point where Barry had to stop. He almost passed out from it. And Barry is somebody who, one of the first ghost hunters you can talk about in modern times.
The
You know what I
entity,
mean? The entity
correct?
case. Yeah, the entity
Yes.
case.
Yeah.
Everybody
That
saw that
that was
movie.
a movie.
The
Yep. Yep.
movie
Yep.
from the 80s was based on his case about the woman who was being
Mhm.
sexually assaulted by a spirit.
Yeah.
Um,
Based on his research.
Yep, all based on his research. So he has been there and written papers on it, and you can find those papers at his website. Barry Taff. I think it's barrytaff.com. But the place is crazy. I mean, it was it's interesting. I didn't really. I'll tell you honestly, and you'll see it too. And it's more about David giving me the back and the history of the place. But there was an area that the hairs on my arm stood up every time I walked through it. I didn't get cold, I didn't get hot. I just felt chills in the same area every
Wow.
time. Didn't matter where, when, or how I walked. I mean, it was weird. And if I walked through, I felt it. And I don't know what could cause that.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, it's
weird.
like outside of zapping me with like, microwave oven waves. I don't know how would he do it. You know what I mean? It's like I
Yeah,
don't know how
yeah,
he does it. But it
yeah.
was very that was the weirdest thing, you know,
It's interesting.
to my
Yeah,
experience.
yeah,
This
yeah.
spot. And he
Well,
said,
yeah,
and
you're
he told me like, like this is this, what's the most active room? He's like, where we're going is going to be the most because of this. It's, in here, this is what happened down here, or this is what it's the closest to this spot. I don't want to give it all away, but,
Mhm.
it's a good, much like we did with the Shanley, where Kelly tells us the history of the place. That's what sort of David did in more of a walkthrough situation, with him. And David's
Cool.
character himself. David is talking to the spirits the entire time he's talking to me. He's getting messages from them, and he has
Awesome.
he has a relationship with them. It's a whole other beast, guys. But it's I don't know what to tell you, man. It's a lot of work, and we're killing it, and it's going fun. Uh, all right, chat. What do you got to say for yourself? Anybody have anything to they want to chime in? Oh, and there's a couple more psychics I'm going to talk to. Some people doing real interesting work in grief and induced death communication, like real interesting things. We're not just getting like the fluff stuff. I mean, we're getting some real scientists and some people who do this a different level of spiritual communication, which again,
Which is great.
putting that mosaic together of what
Hmm.
I always describe this show, guys, as you ever see when you look up close, it looks like tiles that look like something different. Every little tile in a mosaic is different, but the farther back you go, the image becomes whatever it becomes. That's what this show is. As
Yeah.
we get more and more
Tile by tile.
tiles, but tile by tile, maybe we can put a picture together of what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the fun of it.
Yeah.
What about you guys? You guys have any questions for us today? We just filled you up on the podcast and where we're at and where we're going. What would you like to see next? I want to get into cryptids, and I've reached out to a couple people, and I really want to talk to them, and I want to get somebody good who can really give me the good shit on Bigfoot.
I
And
may, I don't know if he'll do it. I may be able to get somebody on the podcast sitting with me here that
okay,
can actually show us cryptid photographs he took, and they're horrifying,
of what?
of a creature that I love nature and I know all the nature in my area. And at first it looked like a bear with mange, but it's got glowing eyes and wings. And I said, yeah, that doesn't match the description of any animal I know, in this area in the lower Hudson Valley. I don't know what that is. If it didn't have the wings, I'd be like, oh, that's a bear with mange. It's losing all its hair and whatnot. And obviously it hasn't been eating. But this thing had wings, dude. And I was like, what? And the reason why he showed me this, he went out of his way to show me this, is he found out that one of the areas that I document is where these pictures were taken. And I went, what?
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, I said, dude, that's a horse of a different color, you know? Like I don't deal with cryptids. I don't deal with
No,
cryptids. But here's
yeah,
the other problem. In that area, one of the requirements is you are not allowed to hurt the wildlife. You are only allowed to defend yourself with things around you. So you can't go in there. So let's say I use my tripod and I impale a coyote, right? And protect myself from being bit from a coyote. I
right.
can get in trouble for that. But if I took a bamboo stick that's laying on the ground or a rock and killed a coyote, it'd be fine if it's in self-defense.
Right.
Is that it? Literally spells it out right when you walk into this place.
There's a
There's a sign that says it.
do we categorize cryptids as wildlife?
See, I do with my beliefs on cryptids. I do. I do. I have a very terrestrial belief on cryptids and what cryptids are based on the data that comes in every day from natural discoveries.
I need to get some cryptid experts. This sounds like a guy, though. He's not an expert. He's just somebody who captured something.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. He's not an expert.
So, yeah. So that'll be fun. We should get him on a live and talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see what I can do.
And then, so yeah.
Let me see what I can do.
And then, but I want to get some of these real, like the famous, like who's the Nick Groff of, the Bigfoot world, like that kind of those kind of people who out there chasing this shit for years, and talk to me about why they've been dedicated their life to it. Right.
I have another idea that you might enjoy, Gary. Because I know you do like Reddit. look up cryptid stories on Reddit and see if you can contact any of those people to get them on, regardless whether they're full of it or if they're not. It would be really interesting to hear the story, and then us make the because there are some wild stories on Reddit about cryptids and things that people catch and whatnot. Or
by the way, if anybody and John, if anybody's listening, don't forget, go to splinteredspirits.com and go to our ghost stories tab and type in your story there about cryptids. That counts the same. I'm not going to change the tab for every supernatural story. Ghost story can constitute aliens, cryptids, and fucking ghosts.
All that. Yep.
Covers everything. So just go there. We want to hear your ghost stories too. Don't forget. We haven't gotten a good ghost story in a long time.
No.
But that's a good idea to sort of look up.
Yeah. Like I remember I was reading one about because I love mermaids. I was reading one about a dude who used to be whatever, he worked for the government, and then he went into the private sector, and they made him go on this boat, and the boat was basically a military boat, and he thought he was going to do some welding and fix some whatever in the water. In reality, they were hunting mermaids. And dude, the whole post is insane. Because you're like, dude, this sounds so realistic. Could he be full of it and just very creative? Sure. But is it real? Like,
look, I've told you 100 times. I have a hard time with cryptids. I don't know. I believe in ghosts more than I believe in cryptids. I don't, or spirits. Like I said, I believe there's something happening with consciousness in the space that we're playing, that you're playing in, that we're studying and we're talking about. I don't know if there's like monsters.
Well, that's the thing. They wouldn't be. See, in my eyes, they wouldn't be monsters. It would be nature. It's just nature that, and I guarantee everything is different, right? Like for example, great example of this. Buckout has a very famous cryptid, and that is the elegant white deer. And it's supposed to be an omen of good fortune and all this other stuff. But there's different lore and legends to it. I've seen it. I've seen the big white buck, and it's beautiful and it's majestic. But guess what? That could just be, and this is a legend that's been going on for hundreds and hundreds of years. That's the gene in the gene pool. There's a logical reason why this creature is there.
Right. Yeah. It's basically telling me it's a deer.
Yeah, it's a deer. Well, think about it like this: giant squids that were taking down fishing boats. That was a mythological creature until 1998 when the Japanese scientists found evidence of one and got a recording of it. And now we know that there are these giant squids that are not creatures of mythology. They are real. So what else can be real? What else falls into that vein? And that's where I think a lot of these cryptids are more natural in nature than, woo-woo.
Jackie Blue 01, if you're talking about the mermaid documentary that was on Discovery, I worked at Discovery at the time, and I can tell you with 100% certainty that was written by one man, and it's fictional.
What is?
The mermaid documentary on Discovery that aired back when
Well, they say straight up, they say it's a mockumentary.
Yeah, it's
the only thing. Listen, the only thing that struck me, and we've spoken about this before, the only thing that struck me odd is how correct they got with the Navy testing a new sonar weapon.
Well, because they built it around real. They built it around real science. Like they didn't. It's.
Yeah, but when the Navy got caught doing it, it was shortly after that documentary came out. You know what I mean? Like the mockumentary came out and then the Navy got caught.
Oh, but
So
you have to
did
remember.
somebody know something? Did
Yes,
somebody like
yes, because you got to remember we had at Discovery. Discovery is, at the time, was certainly it's a very credible place, right? That was where
oh yeah,
that was the smart person's
network.
network. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And we
of
had the
course.
Science Channel, we had the Military Channel, we
Yep,
had
yep.
all of these things, right? So it was really that was
At the time, at that
yeah.
time.
So we had all
Yeah.
access to that, and then these people that wrote, and the guy who created the Mermaid doc, is a super talented guy, and plugged into all that, and he just wrote it and made a great movie out of it.
Yeah.
But it was 100% fictional. I mean, the mermaid part of it, yes, he pulled, it's real stuff and all these things.
Yeah, he
These
pulled it from
stories
real stuff, but the story
and the
that's
footage
in
is
it
all,
is
yeah,
is footage
fake.
is all. Yep, yep.
Yeah,
It's
it's
all
all
fake.
fake. But it was wonderful,
Yeah. Oh, this guy loved it.
so good.
I listen. I still think mermaids existed. It makes sense. The aquatic ape theory. We split off, and somewhere us humans now, like you put us in water, what happens? Our hands prune so we can grab shit. We can float in water too. We're buoyant.
But you don't think,
Babies
yeah, but do
naturally
you
know
think,
how to swim. I mean,
but
these
do
are
you,
all things
I know, but
for
do you
for
think,
land creatures. These are all pretty weird things.
okay, but do you believe that mermaids are like these smoking hot chicks
No,
that were half
no,
chick and half like Ariel?
no. They look like
No.
aquatic apes. I
Right.
believe in aquatic
They
apes.
look like probably like manatees.
Yes,
Like or
yes,
some weird,
yes. I believe in aquatic. I don't believe in the Little Mermaid. I believe in like actual aquatic apes.
right. Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
but that are intelligent.
Right.
That are intelligent. They have intelligent, maybe just as intelligent as we are, maybe more, due to their environmental stress factors.
The other thing I want to get into is, I mean, this is the problem. Well, it's not a problem for us. It's great. There's
Yeah,
so many things because then there's aliens, bro.
yeah,
We haven't even
yeah.
really touched. We touched
Yeah,
it a
and
little.
some people believe,
You weren't on the
and some
you weren't there for the interview with Brian Sterling Vet, where he had multiple alien encounters that he talked about. That was really
wow,
our first little taste of that. But we have to. There's so many people, and it's so huge right now. It's hard. Those guys
yeah,
are real hard to book because Rogan's getting those guys because they're like everybody wants to talk about aliens right now.
yeah,
Because of the government releasing, getting
all
all of
that,
that.
yeah,
It just
yeah.
made it
Well,
hot again.
and then those two areas blend, right? Cryptids and aliens blend because there are people that believe that Bigfoot is an alien or a dimensional being. The chupacabra, which falls into those lines of, you know, of
Chupacabra.
cryptids and
Right.
aliens.
Right.
The chupacabra.
Well, look,
That was
aliens to
all
me
the
are different.
rage.
I mean, I certainly believe in there must be life somewhere.
It's improbable that there isn't.
Now,
The probability dictates that there has to be life on other planets. How complex? Well, that's the whole thing, right?
it's
But
like
there has to be. There's just no way.
right,
Too
like
many stars.
like if
No way.
lightning struck the ocean, what, like 1,000 years before it struck the ocean here to create an amoeba that came to life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how life works, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Things combine like RNA
Yeah.
and DNA
I
and
don't know how life works.
RHA and
So,
molecules, and then they
and then
start
the
working
evolution,
together.
it took a couple million years for us to get going. If they started 1,000, would they be that much more advanced to be able to like fly over here? I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, right?
Right? I mean, and why wouldn't
Theoretically.
they? I feel like if they're
Well,
that advanced, wouldn't they just take over? Look, if I could fly, if I had the technology to fly over to a planet like Earth, I would just rule it. You know
so
what I mean?
well, listen, I'm gonna play devil's advocate, right? I'm gonna play devil's advocate with something real quick, which I love doing. The argument that if aliens are so sophisticated, why the hell do they crash? Right? Think about it. If they have such sophistication and they have ways to travel from their planet or their realm of existence to Earth, why are they crashing? Okay, that's a big question. And then a lot of skeptics in the whole, anybody who has a hard time believing in aliens or aliens coming here are going to ask that question. It's a logical question too. It's like, yeah, wait a minute. If they figured out how to travel here in record time, because keep in mind, everybody, this is important. an alien species with a telescope on a planet 65 million years from Earth are seeing dinosaurs right now. That's the way space time works. So that is so important. So we're talking about coming from one point to another almost instantaneously. Okay. If they have all this sophistication, how do they crash? How do we have their objects, from the crashes, right? That we supposedly have and whatnot. So that's the devil's advocate argument towards it. And it's a big one. And I'd like to answer that by saying, well, maybe it's disorienting. Think
What do
about
you
it.
mean?
They're not
Oh,
all
right.
powerful. It's disorienting, especially if they're coming from another realm of existence. And they come into this realm, they're corporealized in this realm, and they get disoriented and they crash. That's a huge possibility that nobody talks about, a counter argument to that argument.
Diving into the shadow says original civilization, men are from Pluto. Second civilization are from Neptune. Where are you from? Girlies are from Venus. Well, then who's from Uranus? Is my question.
That's a great question.
Dad joke. Nailed it.
Yeah, that's
it. No, all right. I understand what you're saying. I've never heard the crash argument, but I can see people can crash. People crash. But my question it would be, why don't at a certain point you'd think, let's just take this planet over if we want it. Like, are we garbage?
Well, that's the other thing, right? That's the other thing. Like, are we worth it? Are we worth it as a species? Think about it. If you're an alien species, and again, you figured out how to come here and observe us, and you observe us, you're gonna go, wait a minute, Well, on.
There's some.
Hold on. I'm actually gonna switch this around because we don't know how life evolves on other planets, right? So what if a rock species evolved? I know this is getting crazy.
Like Project Hail Mary or something?
Yes, yeah, but I want you to really think about it. What if a rock species evolved, right? And they figured out how to come here and observe us. And all of a sudden, they're going around and they say, look, there's streets, but what's that material made of? I don't know. That doesn't look right. And they're going, and then they see some old structures with stacked fieldstone, creating foundations. And they're like, they use rocks for their houses. And then they see mills and quarries and, everything else, headstones.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, all right. That's funny. That's
like,
funny.
Dude, like, they're going to go, fuck this place and take off.
Or right, that's one way they would go. Or they would just say, let's destroy people. Let's destroy.
Yes, let's save the rocks.
Let's save the rocks. We have to save.
Save the rocks. But see,
it's funny. It is a funny way to look at it. Like,
but seriously, like you got it. So we don't know what we're dealing with. That's the other crazy thing. What if it's our future selves? What if it's what we're dealing with? It sprang from us. There's it's fiction. It's a work of fiction, and you can look it up. Look up the Alien interview, and it's this grainy, like 1960s, like recreated, like alien capture, and the CIA or whatever government agency is interviewing this alien. Dude, it is one of the best things. One of my favorite lines I use from that all the time when people ask me, "Hey, what are your views on life, politics, this, that, and the other?"
Put compassion your mouth around it.
Yeah, put your mouth around it. Exactly. But for real, it's compassion and evidence, right? And that's where I got that from because it's so true. The alien says that. Well, what's your moral compass if you don't believe in God? The alien straight up goes compassion and evidence.
Right.
It's flawless. It's perfect. It's a great moral road to walk. To teach your children to live by. I think so. But regardless, it's great. You should look it up.
I never heard. It's a movie.
But when that fails, it's just straight up put your mouth around it.
Put your mouth around it.
No, but I'll send it to you. But here's the thing: the copyright owner, dude, and still to this day does this, which I love. If you upload the video, he gets the video taken down because he still tries to act like it's like secret footage that nobody should see. So he's been trolling this for such a long time. And
is it a movie that was released, or is it somebody? It's like it's a internet thing.
It's an internet thing. So I'll send it to you. But then if you go back to the link, it might be taken down. and upload it somewhere else, and it's all in bits and pieces. Oh, it's great.
That's funny, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
Or what
really
about?
funny.
Do you remember? I think it was Art Bell. I think it was Coast to Coast. Don't quote me on this, but I think it was Art Bell, Coast to Coast, when a dude that worked at Area 51 called in. Have you ever heard that? Whether it's
I know
real
what
or
you're talking.
fake,
Yeah,
it's
I know what you're talking.
terrifying,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, I know. It's like a War of the Worlds
It's
thing, I think.
Yeah, dude, it's terrifying. Whether it's real or fake, it's like it makes you think, like, what is going on out there? Am I one of those conspiracy theorists that go, "Oh yeah, it's aliens and reptiles and
Sure.
this, that, and the other, and everybody's taking over"? No, I don't think it's a They Live sort of situation, which is a great movie, by the way. Remember that movie?
Yeah, with Roddy Piper.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Yeah,
Dude, it's great. Oh, it was great. Put the
Yeah.
glasses on,
The
they see all the
glasses,
aliens.
Yeah.
Obey.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Did
it
you
was great.
well, the other thing too, you know what's funny is our podcast sort of steers into this way naturally, right? And we'll get there. The other thing in the creepy world is like sort of haunted objects. We haven't really dove. We talk about them a lot, but we haven't really done a deep dive into them. Dolls probably being the number one thing, because first of all, dolls creep me the fuck out.
There is a lot of, here's my issue with dolls. There's a lot of them out there, right? There's a lot of haunted dolls, which makes sense because there's a lot of haunted objects. But I noticed that, and this is me not knocking any of the people that have haunted dolls and investigate their dolls. They're very easy. I mean, this is everybody in the paranormal. They're very easy to take one or two words and run with it, where they create their own scenarios for these dolls. They'll hear breakfast, and then they'll be like, "Oh my God, this doll loves breakfast. Let me tell you." No, I'm serious. And it's just like,
Right.
wait, what?
I want to know like the psychology behind the haunted doll, too, like the love of the doll and it needing to be haunted. You know what I
Even
mean?
I have haunted dolls, I don't love
It's
them.
weird.
People send them to me or I
don't
find
see
them.
how come I don't see like a lot of haunted action figures?
I know, right?
Like, why is there no haunted G.I. Joes or Star Wars figures? Something cool.
Yeah, or Ninja Turtles.
Right? Like, why not?
Yeah.
Why is there none? I haven't seen no one's died around a G.I. Joe or Cobra Commander or something? Like, wouldn't that be?
Yeah.
I would buy a haunted Cobra Commander. I would put him right.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, right.
Cool.
Yeah. That'd be sick. Yep. A haunted Shredder.
A haunted Transformer.
Oh, haunted Transformer. That'd be sick.
I mean, like, these are things.
Even a Power Ranger, Yeah, even a Power Ranger.
I don't even know if they make action figures anymore, do they? Because I'm action.
Yeah, they still make action figures. Right now, the big thing with action figures.
How about no haunted Lego figures?
Oh, dude, don't say that because Legos are like. Listen, you judge me as a parent all you want. If someone would buy my children Legos, they'd be in the house for maybe a couple of days, and then I throw them the fuck out.
Why don't
all right,
Legos,
dude. You've never stepped on a Lego at 3 a.m. in the middle. Oh, dude, it is a horrifying experience, especially if you're carrying a drink or something. Oh, dude. Nope, I put them in a box. I actually have boxes of them still.
Dude, what we used to do for kids' birthday parties for families we hated was buy them Play-Doh sets.
Oh yeah.
If you hate a fucking family and you're going to a kid's birthday party, buy those sons of bitches Play-Doh.
And a lot of it.
If you're like, don't like, oh, we got your kid this Play-Doh spaghetti. That shit gets
Play-Doh spaghetti set.
Like something where it's like, yeah.
Enjoy getting shoved in your face.
If it gets stuck in the carpet, have fun picking that shit up, right? Yeah, and then some sadistic toy maker created magic sand.
Oh, dude. That's like slime and sand my daughter is obsessed with. It is everywhere.
You want to hate somebody? You hate somebody? You buy them a nice magic sand set for their child.
Yeah.
You're gonna be. I mean, what's worse than sand, glitter, and Play-Doh? It's the
worst. I feel like kids' toys now aren't the same as they were back in the day, right? Like they're just not. They're just not. Like, they still make action figures and all that. But even now, like, the big thing is they're going back to the whole old school style of, like, action figures. Like, you can go into a Target and see a recreated set of, like, the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, dude, I used to have so many G.I. Joe things, and I was showing my son the other day. I said, they used to sell when I was a kid, an aircraft carrier for GI Joe. It was a set.
G.I.
And
Joe, yeah.
that thing was as big as a fucking Volkswagen.
Yeah, it was
Like
huge.
only like a rich kid could get that thing. Like I don't know where you even put it in your house. Like you could put 2 toy jets on. I mean, it was literally like this giant
It was huge.
aircraft carrier, right? It was like a
Yeah.
car. It was the size of a
Yeah.
car. It was like I don't know what they make out of it. Now Lego's kind of cool. And by the way, those Lego figurines, dude, people were like stealing those like crazy. Those are worth serious coin.
There were, so when I used to do the eBay store and I used to find Legos in the garbage, I literally boxes of Legos people would throw out,
It's the
you
little
know.
dudes because
So I
those
would sell them in bulk, but all the characters, all the figurines, even pieces of them, I'd pull out, dude. And shipping a little thing like this is nothing, right? And you're making $100, $200, $700. I think the most I ever got was close to $1,000 and it was
Ooh.
missing an arm too of who was it? Vader? It was a Star Wars character.
Yeah, man, you can't find because they only
Yeah.
come in those sets, right?
In
Like
those
you wanted
sets.
a Thanos Lego, you got to buy the set that's got him in
Yes.
it, right? So people were stealing them like at like heists, like
Yep.
giant heists of Legos, which is crazy.
Yep.
But yeah, no haunted Legos. I would love a little like why can't I
Yeah.
have I would love a series of haunted Legos. I put them right up on the wall.
Yeah, until they fly off and then you're stepping on them when you're
But at
coming in
least
your.
I mean I'm not afraid of that shit. I'm not afraid of it
Yeah.
this big, but
Yeah.
like a doll,
You
like
will be when you step on one.
wait until you see, guys, and maybe you've seen it if you follow her. But Haley Michelle, the Paranormal Princess's doll, Andrew. She sent me a picture of it, John, and I told you I saw it. This thing looks real, like a real little boy, and I think
Yeah, some of them are creep, dude.
I think it's a boy. I think it's a little Dutch boy that she thinks is a doll, but it's not.
And it's
That's
not.
how real it looks, and it's. I don't know how you keep that in your house.
Dude.
I don't know how you keep it in your house. You know,
it's crazy, man. Listen, dolls are nuts.
Dude, fucking Annabelle goes on tour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like this is how people are really into this shit.
They are.
So it's like I haven't done a deep dive into it. I got to start talking to people about that too. We do for this podcast to really get into the. I want to know everything about it, right?
Hold on 1 second.
I want to know that, but I'll talk to the people. I want to know the history of it. I want to know how this became a thing, why it becomes a thing.
Well, I can tell you why it's a thing. I believe it started with the ancient Sumerians. I believe they were the first ones that believed
is that a real race of people?
What, the Sumerians?
Yeah, that sounds made up. Yeah.
No, dude, it's the Sumerians, Mesopotamia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
no,
yeah,
that's all real.
That sounds like a Ghostbusters thing.
Yeah. No, the Sumerians, ancient Sumerians. They believed that dolls,
Yeah. See, look at that.
That dolls are the they can hold souls. That thing's creepy, dude.
It is creepy.
That thing is creepy. He's like, "Hi, Gary."
Yeah, see, it's super creepy.
You want me to?
That's like the
come
Hills Have
over?
Eyes, and that's like that doll looks like it was made for the Hills Have Eyes family. Like somebody made that doll and it's warped. Like whose fucking kid looks like that? You got an ugly baby.
I could come to your house. Creepy,
like
right?
That's one ugly baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That person made that thinking like this is a child's gonna love playing. A little child's gonna love having their own little baby doll.
Oh, I know.
Like that.
Yeah. Creepy, right?
Yeah, that's like what a chunk looked like as a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, imagine being able to take baby pictures of yourself and send them somewhere and get a doll made up.
Oh, you can do that.
Can you?
Of course you could do that. You can get action figures made of yourself.
I've seen the action figures. I just didn't know about like children's dolls, So.
Oh, dude, that is horrifying.
And then see if we can get it haunted.
Yeah, but who's gonna possess it?
I don't know. We'll just leave it in a haunted spot for a couple weeks and see. We'll see the doll is cooking and see if anything attaches to it.
How does something attach? Do you have to have like a sacrifice around a doll for it to get attached to it? Like what gets attached? How do you do it?
You know what's funny is that I have no idea. I have a theory on that. Getting into the science of it, QMS, quantum matter symbiosis, where things can become haunted, right?
Let's hear this. QMS. Did you just make that up?
I made that up. That theory is, well, shit, going on 4 years old now. They're a little outdated because I have some new data and I haven't fine tuned it. But quantum matter symbiosis, QMS.
Please
Yeah,
continue.
I have
Listen. We're scientists now. We need to
yeah, we're
explain.
scientists now.
We are
So
parapsychologists in the making. So
basically, it is the theory that things can imprint on the electrons of an object, matter-wise, and can stay locked in rather than be transferred because electrons are always, that's basically the theory. It's kind of actually how I feel memory is imprinted on electrons. It's the same thing, which I'm not going to get into more detail on that because I'm still working on a little something special for the podcast. I had an idea a while back. I just haven't been able to get it into fruition. But anyway, that's what QMS is, quantum matter symbiosis.
Okay.
But listen, that's just my theory, right? But I wonder this: if you send a haunted object in the mail, what's the guarantee it's going to come to you haunted? There is no guarantee. What if
Right.
it detaches and goes to something else, or goes, I like this distribution center, and
I like this mailman.
I like this mailman. I'm gonna stick with him.
Right.
Seriously. So you don't know.
Right. How do you transfer haunted
How do
material?
you? Yeah.
It's another question.
Crazy.
I don't know if there's an expert on that shit. There must be some expert on haunted stuff.
Yeah, there's experts everywhere.
Right. Right.
There's experts everywhere. Well, Gary, listen, this has been
try
fun. I got to
Yes.
drive. Try not to spoiling it for everybody where I'm going tonight, but I got a little bit of a drive to get there.
Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Again, if you are watching us on Sense Paranormal, head over to Splintered Spirits, wherever you get your podcast or wherever you're watching this, and we're on every platform. Give us a like, a follow, and a
Yes, please
share,
do.
please. Give us a subscribe. We had a great episode this past week. Again, we're dropping, with Aubrey Black. It's out now. We have an exclusive YouTube episode dropping Tuesday with again using Ghostfire, our premier
Ghostfire
ITC technology at the Shanley Hotel. And then we've got other great episodes to come, man. We went through the list tonight. And again, this has been Splinter Spirits. Thank you all so much for watching. And we will see you again next Thursday.
Thank you.